Well, what we're going to do next is we're going to listen to Dr. Kanani. He's going to talk to us about the relationship between exercise and nutrition. And then we will do the raffle and wrap it up. Okay? All right.
Probably use a mic. Better. So my wife says, don't shout, but I won't be shouting, I promise. The important thing is, to get something like this, this is just a poster, but to get something built up, exercise is only 40% of the issue. 60% is diet. And people don't realize that. People burn their bodies up here, but if the diet is not right, two things will happen. Number one, you won't see any difference. Or number two, you'll just get skinnier and skin and bones. And you don't want that. You want a perfect body which requires the right nutrition. So simple, no pain, no gain. But eating the right food, and that's what we are going to be stressing about. What do you mean by right food? So I'm not going to go in details as to who's overweight, who's not. We just go simple by BMIs and the waist circumference. That tells you, whether you're in the right proportion, whether you have the right amount of weight for your height. Now, BMI is nothing but what your weight should be for your height, and it's standard. Most of the BMI for all of us should be between 18 and 25. If you're below 18, it's too low. If you're about 25, it's too high. And it's a constant number for everybody after the age of 5. So that's a very simple formula. You can check it. It's there on the internet. Just plug in your height and weight, and it tells you what your BMI is. There are some fallacies for BMI, like people like Chris, who's got more muscle body there. His BMI is going to be more. Then how do you know this is not fat and not more muscle mass? We go by waist circumference, so that should not cross 35. And we pinch, like your skin thickness fold, and we see if that's, suggestive of either you're fat or you have more muscle mass. So, but I won't go in details. Simple thing for you to remember, that's what I'm going to give you the bullet points. Go by the BMI. If your BMI is about 25, start worrying about it, or less than 18, start worrying about it. Okay, that's kind of a rough thing we go by. I was telling you about 18 and more, and how we call overweight is between 25 and 30. So 25 to 26 and a half, overweight 1, overweight 2, till you reach 30, it's overweight 3. Then you become obese range. After 30 BMI, you're getting into obesity range. That's when the problem starts. Heart, kidneys, lungs, everything starts getting affected once you cross 30, the BMI of 30. So, and then this is about the waist circumference. I'm telling you about 35 inches in women, 40 in men. More than that, it's not good. So let's not go with this. Question is, okay, we talk about you should not eat, but what you should eat, that's the main thing. First of all, you need to know 33 things, actually 4. Number 1 is how many calories you need. For all of us who are here, we all need not more than 2,000 or 2,200 calories. And I'm telling you why, because if you look at the next slide, it tells you at the age of 31 or 50, the maximum calories you need is 2,000, or someone who's more active needs 2,200. So you really don't need more calories. If you keep a watch on this, they'll take you where you want to go. Now, how do you keep a watch on this? How do you add the calories? So this again, who is sedentary? These are the people who require 2,000 calories. People moderately active, that means you walk about 1.5 to 3 miles per day. It's moderately active. They require about 2,200. And very active people, in the gym all the time, they need probably 2,500. But for your sake, just remember that you need 2,200 calories. That's it. Just remember that. And then you can calculate your days, what you need to eat every day. Where do these calories come from? 3 things. So just remember 3 things. Carbs. How many carbs you need to reach 2,200 calories? I'm talking for all of us who are here. Okay, so just a generalization. we don't need more than 350 grams of carbs per day. That's it. All of us who are here, 350 grams of carbs. Simple. But when you eat in the morning, just keep on watching what you're eating. Okay, when you pick up a packet of chips, okay, how many carbs are there? Just have a mental running in your head that I had so many grams of carbs. You reach 350, you've done for the day. Now I'll tell you how you reach the 250. Then from the fats, the fat number for all of us, 60 grams. So remember, 350, 60, and coming to proteins. Proteins is something you want to go up. That will help you build your muscle mass. It will help you curb your appetite to eat more. How much protein we need? Somebody who's on the gym all the time, doing exercises, they need about 1.5 grams per kilo. Again, let's forget about the math. For all of us here, we need anywhere between 70 to 90 grams of proteins per day. So coming back, calories, 350, carbs, carbs 350, proteins somewhere around 75, just the average number, and the fats 60. These three numbers keep in your head and you'll be fine. You'll reach where you want to reach. And I'll tell you how. This 1 gram of carbs gives 4 calories, 1 gram of protein gives 4 calories, 1 gram of fat gives 9 calories, and 1 gram of alcohol gives 7 calories. Well, I'm not going to take the wine away, but I'll give you the math here. Hold on. So the reason is I brought the alcohol point in it because what do you mean by 1 gram give, what is 1 gram? So if you have, say you have a scotch, okay, that's like 40% alcohol. That means it contains 40 grams of alcohol in 100 ml. So that's what they mean by percentile. It's like beer. Beer is 5%. So 5 grams of alcohol in 100 ml. So imagine if you keep on drinking those cans and cans and cans, it adds up. Every 5 grams, 5 grams, 5 grams. So you are adding so many calories. But that's one part. You got to remember that your liver, it's your liver we are worried about, can metabolize only half an ounce of pure alcohol. What do you mean by pure alcohol? That's ethanol. That's how we consider a standard. So in short, for all of us, it takes 1.5 glasses of wine to be metabolized by liver for in 1 hour. If you got to drink more than that in 1 hour, it is just going to cause more harm. Coming back to your wine cooler, 10 ounces of wine cooler. 1 hour it takes to metabolize 10 ounces of wine cooler. And 12 ounces of beer, it takes 1 hour for your liver to metabolize. So you may say, hey, nothing happens to me, I can drink, I don't feel anything. Yeah, you probably don't feel anything because your brain's got used to it. But the liver, you don't know what it's doing. And that's what it's doing. It takes that much time for liver to metabolize. So on a daily basis, if you're going to drink that, this is what's going to happen. Your liver will get messed up. And it's not right away. It takes years, but it will happen. So, still we can have a wine after this stuff. But I just said 1.5 glass, but you can have it. Well, 1 hour, so every 2 hours you can have 1.5 glasses, right? Okay, this a little simple just for you to know. I just threw this in, that a slice of bread is 9 grams of carbs, 2 grams of proteins, and 1 gram of fat. So one slice gives you 53 calories. What are the calories we just mentioned? How much we need per day? 2,200. Out of 53 calories, just one slice of bread. So if you're going to eat 5 slices of bread, you have 200 calories. That's how much? 1/10 of your daily requirement. So that's all adds up. Because whatever is in your body is nothing. It's going to be stored. You burn it, you still need 2,200 calories. No matter how much you burn, that your body needs. So if you're going to cross it, it's going to be stored. There we go. Same thing here. So then the carb needs, like at this, that's how I came to the number of 375 or 350 basically. This 375 is for 2,500 calories per day. What did I just say? We just need 2,000 or 2,200 calories. So we need only 350 grams of carbs per day. This is for 2,500 calories. Now what kind of carbs? You know, we always talk about carbs. There are 2 kinds of carbs, simple and complex. Simple is all juices. Anything that gives you immediate sugar is simple. This is the one you want to avoid. But this is one you want to drink. I'll come later on. What do you do when you exercise? This is what you want to drink when you exercise. Simple. Because your muscle needs the carbs. They need the carbs for energy. So this is only the time you use simple carbs is when you're exercising. And I'll show you in my next slides. So these are examples of simple carbs. What we want to eat on a daily basis is complex carbs. Where do they come from? Wheat, spaghetti, all this kind of stuff, vegetables, whole grains, corn, oatmeal. These are complex carbs. Is the slide clear? Yeah, pastas, rice. Should be a majority of our carbs which should come from. What are the carbs number? Just a test. What did I just say? How many carbs we need? You got it. So that's how you calculate it from, okay? Just 350 grams. Okay, home run carbs, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and whole milk, and the foods with milk. That's all. Strike out. I don't know how much we can strike out, but you have this at some point. But there you go. Fat. Now we need fats. Don't get me wrong. We need fats. What kind of fats we need? Okay, when you cook oil, use canola oil. When you put something on your salad, use olive oil. These two oils are good for your body. So that's the kind of fat you would eat. You eat chicken, you eat fish, try to bake it. Don't fry it, because that's what you're gonna get. 60 grams only is our daily requirement, guys. So if you're gonna fry it, you're gonna, I'm gonna give you some examples. One steak, you have a steak at a hotel, wherever you eat, 30 grams of proteins, but gives you close to 30 grams of fat. So does that make any sense? And if you eat a protein bar, you get 30 grams of proteins and 2 grams of fat. So what's value for money? If you want more proteins, eat something like protein bars. It's okay. But that's how the difference is. So don't assume that, I got to get the proteins in, 70 grams, 90 grams. I'll eat 2-3 pieces of steak. But then you get 70 grams of fat, which you don't want. So anyway, we need fats. And the good fats are, and that's what I usually use, a trail mix. I make it for myself in the evening. Pistachios, cashew nuts, almonds. Just make a plain trail mix. Don't get them sweetened, don't get them salted. Make a trail mix of your own. Add some craisins, maybe some dates if you like. Mix it. Just eat that for the afternoon snack. Perfect snack. You eat that, trust me, if you take one fistful of this, you will not be hungry. And you'll get your daily fat requirement, which is good fat. So that's about the fats. We talked about the carbs, we talked about the proteins, and this is the fats. So just remember your fat number. What are the fat number? What did I say? 60. Perfect. 60 is the fat. 60 grams of fat, 350 grams of carbs, and 75 grams of proteins. Simple. Just remember these 3 numbers today, and that's all I want you to take home. Remember those 3 numbers. That's it. So we talk about a fat. Of course, when you pick up a packet, just look for trans fats. Avoid those trans fats. That's one thing you want to zero. Saturated fat, 0. Whenever a packet says mono and polyunsaturated fats, that's the one you want to pick up. So I'm not saying don't eat chips, but there are chips, there are baked chips, there are more in mono and polyunsaturated fat. That's the one you want to eat. So avoid trans fats, avoid saturated fat. Unsaturated fats is what you want to eat. Proteins, I just mentioned about the proteins before. So like I said, some heavy lifters, he will require like 1.5 grams per day, but otherwise for most of us, we need anywhere between 0.9 or 0.8 grams. That means about 75 grams per day. Okay. I'll just give you a little scenario here. You take only 200 calories extra per day, okay? That's what you eat per day. Just only 200 calories, which is very easy to get. See what happens, the math. Over 1 year, if you're eating 200 extra, so say you're supposed to eat 2,200 calories, you're 2,500 calories. See what happens in a year? 200 times 365 days, 73,000 calories. See what happens here? That is 3,500 calories. Now remember, 1 pound of weight is gained by 3,500 calories. So if you have 3,500 calories extra, that accounts to 1 pound of weight. So I hope that math is clear. So when we talk about calories and weight, 3,500 calories gives you 1 pound. So if you're taking 200 calories only per day extra, you're going to be 20 pounds more in weight in a year. Just 200. So that's the importance of diet. You can exercise, you can burn it, you can do what you want. But if you're going to cross your 2,200 number of calories, it will be stored. And that's the way to get rid of. Okay. So coming to fat diet, it's a big thing nowadays. Everybody says, I want to do this Atkins diet and South Beach diet. They're really done. Really, there's no science behind it. I mean, it works. Like Atkins are high in proteins. Yes, it works. But there are other side effects too. I would say if you maintain this for yourself, the numbers I gave you, that's the best diet you can go by. Eat the right kind of fats. I just told you the fats you can eat. The proteins, let them come from fish, chicken, only white meat. Try to avoid the red meat. So fish, chicken, turkey, best source of proteins. Avoid the red meat, because that has a lot of fat inside. So it's not a value for money. You get 30 grams of proteins, but you get 30 grams of fat. So that's about the proteins. So fat diets, please don't go for it. It doesn't work. You got your whole diet in front of you right now, what you can choose. When you say, I want to lose weight, okay, fine, you want to lose weight. Don't lose more than 1.5% of your body weight. So if you're like, say, 150 pounds, don't lose more than 1.5%. So about don't lose more than 2 pounds a week. So I'm going to lose like 10 pounds in 2 weeks. That's useless. It's not good for the body. So go slow. If you think you're on the higher side of weight, you want to go down, don't be drastic. Slowly bring it down where you want. 1.5% of your current body weight per week you should go down. Then it will be healthy for your body. Okay, most important thing, drinking is water. This is what I was going to talk about. Exercise. What do you drink before exercise? You need about 16 to 20 ounces of water before exercises, and that should contain the carbs, the simple carbs. You can make a smoothie for yourself. That's what I like to do when I come for the workout. I take a smoothie and make a blender, put some grapes, whatever fruits I want, put a blend of protein powder, and go to workout or gym. What do you got? You got carbs, you got your proteins, and the perfect thing to go before you work out. And you got your amount of fluid, 16 to 20 ounces of fluid. Why I'm saying this? Because when you work out, you're breaking down the muscles. Now the muscles have to be built up. So if you don't eat enough, you'll become skin and bones. But then if you have the right amount of proteins and the glucose, the muscles are hungry for energy. Their energy is glucose, this is carbs. So it sucks, the carbs go in your muscle and they suck the protein in with it. That's how you build your body. So if you want to go for some workout, first thing you do is get some smoothie, get something, like an orange juice, that's fine. Put a scoop of protein powder and go and work out. During workout, drink at least 4 to 6 ounces while you're working out, because muscle needs the water. And when you're done, this is what you drink, 24 ounces of water. And this is a perfect way to get your muscle built up. So you don't break down and become skin and bones, but you get your built up. This is something I mentioned about people. This was a slide also for sports, kids in the school for sports. I always tell them eat something like, a burger a turkey burger or something before, or smooth juices that I just mentioned to you about. Okay, this is a pre-meal. So before workout, pasta, bread, milk, vegetable. But this is important thing is hydration. This talk, I'm just going to give the bullet points. Remember, please drink enough before you start, when you're doing it, after you're doing it. It should include carbs and some protein. Simple. Make it simple here. Okay, salt. How much salt do we need? Well, for us, 6 grams of salt means it equals to 2.5 grams of sodium. So don't cross that. Okay, that's what leads to high blood pressure and that kind of stuff. So salt, 6 grams per day, but that is 2.5 grams of sodium. Remember that. So, okay. Let's see. You see that chicken nuggets? Okay. This is what the kids eat nowadays. This is a slide what the kids are eating, and you see what's happening here. Okay. Let me bring this one down. 20 years ago, this was the size of our French fries. See the size of French fries now, and you see the calories that we get from that? There you go, hold on. 610. Can anybody guess that? Just a little. How many we need per day? 2,200. And you got French fries giving you 600. Okay, 17 French fries. Guess what? Can anybody guess? Just a guess. How many calories on each? How many calories in 17 French fries? How many 1 ounce? Give a guess. Just throw a guess. 350. And what? 17 French fries? Okay. Pretzel? 1? Okay, let's see where you are. You were close. There you go. 1 sec. 265. 17 French fries. Those kind of French fries. 197 and 1 cup of noodles. 1 ounce of pretzel, 108, and the chips. Look at the chips. I just had to put some chips while I was watching a movie. What you got? 152 calories. So just think what you're gonna do. Your number is 2,200 or 2,000. See how much you consume just by eating a small pack of chips. And forget the amount of fat. I'm not talking about fat in this. They'll come later on. So that's it. Energy balance is nothing. What's in, what's out. So what you have in your body is too much in and less out. As simple as that. Simple math. Here. Okay. This is unfortunately our part, you know. Burger King tender grill. 1 sec. Guess what? Is it good, bad? What do you think? Okay, let's see here. 400 calories. Okay, let me give you another one. Ooh, double Whopper. Guess what? Give me a guess. Come on, guys. How many? 700. Okay. Okay. Let's see what it shows up. 990 calories, guys. That's your half day's meal, isn't that right there? You gotta eat 200, 2,000. This is what you're gonna get. It's just getting a half a meal. So, okay. What do you rather choose? You know, this. So, okay. Let's see what's going on here. French fries, 500 calories. Well, the garden salad, only 15 calories. So make the right choices. That's all I want to tell you here. Just keep it in mind. I'm not asking you to become calculator. You keep on calculating everything. No. Just when you're eating something, okay, I had a glass of wine, I had 2 glasses of wine, okay, I had about 300 calories from that, I had some bread, I had another 150 calories. So just before you start your meal, you already started with 600 calories, you've done, okay? Then make up in the dessert. You know, that's all I'm asking you. Here you go. Okay, I'm not gonna go in all these, but this is what happens. Crispy club chicken, 680. Yeah. Okay, this was good actually. Grilled chicken sandwich. It wasn't bad. I thought it would be crazy, but it's not bad. It's 420 calories. It's a grilled chicken, but it's 420. But it's got 9 grams of fat, and sodium is 124. It's high in sodium though. So you got to remember, all the fast foods have a lot of salt. You won't realize how much salt you're taking by fast food. So just remember that too. It's just not the calories, it's salt too. So how long will you take in the dance to burn the extra 430 calories? How much you got to do? Where you go? Sorry, it didn't show up. It was like 1.5 hours actually. There you go, it didn't show up. So this is get grilled instead of fried, get small instead of large, get water instead of Coke, get potato instead of the fries. Potato is good because it's nothing but the complex carbs. I told you it's one of the complex carbs. The potato is not bad, but the fries are bad. Yeah. Get some. I'm not any. I hope the McDonald's guys don't get mad at me, but I'm nothing against anybody. But just let you know where you get the healthy stuff. But you get good stuff in McDonald's too. Yeah. There you go. Okay. And then I'm gonna go a little touch on the supplements. I mean, I always get a question. Parents come, can I give creatine? Creatine, for all of us. I mean, I don't think we need it. It's only those young guys who want to get the muscle built up. There was creatine was very debatable, but frankly speaking, there were no studies that have shown that it has harmful effects. So a lot of time when young kids ask you, I don't recommend less than 18, but more than 18, it has some beneficial effects. It's not like it is not good. It will build up your muscles, but you got to watch for kidney and liver functions too. If someone's on creatine, if your kid is on creatine, make sure his urine is white as water. That means he has to drink lots of fluids in order to take creatine. All of the supplements which you see outside, the nitrous oxide, the caffeine, just don't take it. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. They do nothing. They just cause harmful effects. They give you immediate burst, but they do not help. Caffeine kind of helps your effort tolerance, but it has a bad effect on the heart, so you don't want. And please make sure when you buy these supplements, they all have caffeine inside. You got to read in fine lines. They all have caffeine inside. They have nitrous oxide. That makes you feel good. The only thing, if you want to take something, get the whey protein, fine, no big deal. And just, creatine if your young kid wants it. We preferably don't need it. Okay. Energy drinks, no, absolutely. I see all the kids upstairs sometimes bring the energy drink. This is the one thing I would completely oppose. It has too many side effects on the heart. Okay. And which supplements are good? Just check with your physician first, But something that I would strongly recommend is fish oil, but make sure, I was just told that some person had a fish oil allergy and had a reaction to fish oil. But that's something good to take, but check with the physicians. Vitamin D, big thing. We don't realize that we need it. Check with the physicians. It starts at 1,000, 2,000 or 5,000, but this is one supplement we all need and kids need. So that's something I would strongly suggest to think about. Magnesium, good. It helps your muscle strength. Zinc, another good supplement to think about. It helps your immune response. So, vitamin D, magnesium, zinc, these are good supplements you want to take. So, and of course your iron. So that's what you want to watch for. That's all I had to say. So I just want people to remember the word numbers. 2,500, 2,200 calories, 350 grams of carbs, 60 grams of fat, and 75 grams of proteins. That's all I want you to take home today, and that's what I was going to talk about. Thanks.